I want to talk about another TrackMan parameter.
Which is quite important, I'd say.
Club path? It is, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it will determine a lot about the ball flight.
Before we go any further, what do you want people to do?
Subscribe, please.
Most people don't.
Yeah, 82% you keep talking to me about.
I'll give you a big clue. It's the same colour as Simon's hat.
It's a big red button. just click it, you know.
Just hit it.
What's the worst that can happen?
So let's find out more about Club path.
Right, so Gareth, a little quiz for you, mate.
Yeah.
What are the three types of club path?
Out to in,
Correct.
in to out,
Correct.
in to square to in.
Otherwise known as neutral.
Correct.
All right, cool. So I've set a couple of sticks out here, just to kind of give you an indication, a visual on what it is.
So first thing I would say, Simon, is
Yep.
that club path is a number based on impact.
Yep.
Yeah, it's what that golf club is doing as it's hitting the golf ball. So as it's just about the approach, as it contacts that ball, and then as it follows through after contact.
Yeah. So the out to in club path, as you can see here, I've put these sticks down. Now this would represent a neutral or an in to square to in club path going towards that ball there.
And the target line. Yeah.
And the target line.
So 3 club paths, right? First one is out to in. So if you show us that, so see that red stick there, yep. So that club is out and it's moving left of target as it swings through impact. Okay, so the other way you could describe this would be that the golf club is travelling left of target.
Yeah, so here, where these sticks cross,
Yep.
this would be the impact zone, right?
Okay.
So if you're coming out to in,
Yep.
that club face is travelling left of the target line
Yep.
as you impact, and then
Yep.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're cutting across the golf ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. And depending on what the club face is doing, will then determine what the curvature is.
Go left or
Okay.
yeah, perfect.
So in to out.
Same thing but reverse. So now the club face is travelling along this orange line.
Yes.
It's travelling right of target through impact.
Yes.
And again, the ball flight will be determined by the club face.
Yep. And then in to square to in or neutral.
Which everyone loves
Yep.
is into square. So you can be in, square there, and then
Yeah. So
Through
that's a very, very quick demonstration of what club path is.
yeah.
I hope that sort of everybody understands that.
Should we try and hit a couple of shots? So what I'm going to try and do is try and keep my face kind of square to target,
Yeah.
and have the three types of.
Yeah. So whenever I'm giving a golf lesson, most people are very biased towards one side.
Yeah.
They struggle to actually separate the paths. So most golfers that are right-handed tend to have a path which is out to in or to the
Yeah.
left of the target. Okay. So, and my job is to try to get that to stop.
Yeah.
Because generally a right-handed golfer slices the ball.
Yeah.
A path which is going left of target is a big, big part of that puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So most golfers can't actually then swing that club from in to out.
Yeah.
So
there's basically 2 ball flights that can happen from an out to in. Well, there's a few more.
There's
but
a
there's
few,
2
yeah,
basic
yeah.
ball flights, and I'll just do both of them for you. So I'm going to go out to in here.
So if we look, we can see Simon's club path there was minus 3.4. Now, on TrackMan, other devices measure it slightly differently, but with TrackMan, if there's a minus before the number, that means the path has gone left of target or out to in.
Yeah, and you can see with that one, I squared the face up a little bit with the path, so it's just gone left of target.
We can see here, it gives you a little bit of a diagram here. If we look closely at that club path, you can see what it says? It says out to in, below club path, and then it gives the degree, which is 3.4 degrees. The L is a bit like what we talked about before. L means left of target.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was good. Can you give us one where you go in to out, or to the right?
Absolutely. So that one was in to out, but club face was way open.
Yeah.
And what
So-
happens?
All of a sudden there, we are now 10.4 degrees. See where there's no minus? So that means that the path is now out to the right of the target. Let's have a look. So it's in to out by 10.4 degrees, and it says out to the right. Out
Yeah.
to the right. See
Yeah.
that? And that golf shot there
It's gone way right.
Has gone out to the right.
Now, if you're lucky, and what people, as I always think about, is I like to take the draw, but it is quite a hard thing to hit.
Yeah.
And the reason being is you need to have good timing on the day, right? So you can have an in-to-out club path, and what I'm going to try and do here is have an in-to-out club path with a closed face, and what that will do is should technically draw towards the target line.
Yeah. So we still have a in to out club path by 6.9 degrees. This time our club face is closed by 6.5, which then you'll see the curve to the left.
So it's produced that nice little draw. Now, you know, for me, club path is very important.
Whenever you first arrived in this country, you were very much in to out.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that you actually curved the ball an awful lot.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do was certainly calm the amount of curve you had.
Yeah.
Just purely to give you more control of the golf ball.
Yeah.
You know. Now, the other one, the other one there would be if you're very much in to out,
Mm-hmm.
you tend to be prone to a heel strike towards the hosel.
Yeah.
You know, as well, and then vice versa. If you're cutting across the ball, club path going left.
Yeah.
You can hit it off the toe also. I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
What this means, and the fact that you're able to demonstrate that is a very good thing.
Yep.
So it means that you have control over your club path. Most golfers
Within
don't.
reason.
Yes, but most golfers don't.
And then a neutral. Should we try neutral? I know I try this all the time. I always try and do this, but I'm going to give it a go.
Feel it. Yeah, try to get as neutral as you can. Well done.
That's as neutral as I can get it.
0.0 is neutral.
I mean, that was an open club face, but it was a neutral path as I could get it.
Yeah, so the path there is still out in, but only by 0.2. The path was 5 degrees open, which sent the ball out to the right.
Yep.
The path was neutral.
What I would say though is, like, don't try and have a 0.0. Don't try and be neutral. You'll play better golf with a draw of a fade. It's just trying to make that a little bit less for the majority, right? So if we put you on TrackMan, you're +7 into out. Let's try and reduce that to 3.
Yeah.
So something a bit more playable.
It's like I said with yourself. It's trying to reduce the curve, not get rid of it.
Yeah. Every golfer in the world has a shape, right?
Now, what is linked to club path, which is the other major factor, is club face.
Yeah.
So it's the mixture and it's the relationship between the path and the face that gives you the overall ball flight as far as curvature, left or right.
I think as well, a good point is, if you're prone to hooking, really feel like you're exiting the club left of target.
Yeah.
If you're prone to slicing, opposite.
You've got, and what we'll do is we'll do another video on this and we'll break it down as far as we'll give you drills if you struggle with an out to in club path. And we'll give you drills for vice versa if you're too much in the out.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about, with each one, we'll talk about the shots that you might see with each path in another video. But I hope this sort of gives you an idea as far as what club path is. Yeah. That's all it's meant to be. And what might be caused through different club paths. Yeah. So yeah, we'll do separate videos on some drills for either club path fixes.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks.